Hello and welcome to another twice-weekly rant. Okay, what is dominating the news today is that huge explosion in Beirut. Wow, did you see it? I mean, that's gone all around the world, the photograph of that going off. And at first I thought it's a nuclear explosion, you know, little rocket man's had one drop short or something like that. And kaboom, but it turns out it was some ammonium nitrate, which is a sort of a fertiliser that farmers use. In fact, it was banned in Ireland because some people were making explosives out of it, so it was banned, so all the crops turned to rat shit and it was a big guffaw about it. But there was thousands of tons of it stored, of course, next to a firework factory, and of course what happens, the sparks go off and it blows the fucking lot to... they've had a lot of bad luck in Lebanon and Beirut. I was there in 1983 in a place called Hadath, which was in between the Muslim area and the Christian area, and they were shooting. It was the first time I've ever been shot at, actually, apart from when I was working in Lewisham as a comic. No, it was the first time I've actually had rounds fired at us, bullets, and all these tracer rounds went whizzing over, and I said to the bloke who was with me up on the roof while the show was going on downstairs. It was a funny old show, because we had a couple of, a girl and a boy singer, and I couldn't tell anyone we were going to Beirut. I said we're going to Cyprus, and then I broke it to them on the way. Said, look, we're going to Beirut, is that okay? Well, it's too bad because you can't get off the plane now anyway, we're on our way. And we had a bloke trumpet player with us who suffered terribly from piles. Now, you're probably wondering why a trumpet player who suffered from piles could be a problem. Well, it wasn't, it was hysterical. Because every time he hit a top F, another one sort of popped out. It was like this. It was great. So I'm sitting up on the roof, tracer fire goes over, and then you can hear... So I ducked down again, and he said, what are you ducking for? Those bullets have already gone. I said, what do you mean? I said, the person that was just firing now, has he got no tracer bullets? He said, no, that is the sign of that is the sound of the bullets that have just gone past you. What? How'd you work that out? He said, well, the bullets have gone past, you saw then, there was a red one, and there's 6 in between that as well. Really? Yeah. He said, and that's the sound of them. I said, so he said, you never, this is what he said, you never hear the bullet that kills you. I said, how do you duck? He said, you don't duck. So that's what happened. So Beirut was a wonderful country. My brother Bill, when he was in the Navy, said it was the best run ashore in the Middle East. When I was there, it was a wreck. There wasn't a building without a bullet hole in it. It was total devastation. It was April 1983. It was after the Israeli invasion. All these factions were breaking out all over the place, hating one another for some reason. I didn't go into the politics of it. I just felt terribly sad for the people there. So a civil war devastated that country. And is this what's going to happen here? We've seen these guys in Brixton going around in their black paramilitary kit, Action Man kit, and as I said before, they look pretty awesome and they look pretty cool, but it's the intent, it's looking into their minds what it is. I'm not praising them, far from it, from dressing like that, but if it was bad, if it was dangerous, then I'm sure the police would do something. We should test that and have a load of white guys dress up in the opposite colour, you know, dress in white. Dress in white. We could go, you know, phone up Star Wars and buy some of them ones with the big white helmets, you know, big black helmet, big white helmet, and we should all face each other in a square or something. It'd be like a game of chess, wouldn't it, you know? Although that you can't play chess anymore because that's racist. Chess is racist because it's black and white. And why is it racist? Well, because the white moves first, doesn't it? So that'll have to change. Nigel Farage says that the photos were disturbing. I think a lot of people would find they were disturbing. And let's see what's written here. Right, apparently, because Nigel Farage, who said that the photos were disturbing. And Nigel Farage is, you know, Marmite, isn't he? You like him or you don't like him. And even if you agree with some of it, if you're a lefty, you still hate his guts. And, well, anyway, the co-leader of the tree-hugging, muesli-eating, fucking yoga-doing, vegetarian, vegan, save-the-whale, fucking plant-a-tree, arsehole idiot of the Green Party, he said, and I quote, this about Nigel, you are trying to create a division. But these people in Brixton today, they know that love and justice will conquer the fear and hate that you peddle. So it's Nigel's fault by saying that he thought that was disturbing. All these guys. Listen, mate, from the Green Party, you are a fucking knob, okay? Yeah, I said that. Jim Davidson, OBE, sensible, not mad. If you actually think that that is trying to portray love, walking around with clenched fists, some fucking love you have in the Green Party. Go and hug a tree or go round and fucking dance round the Druids, round Stonehenge or something like that, or save a newt. But, you know, don't try and make out that those people with the clenched fist, they weren't walking down the street to get fucking autographs of white people. This was a Black Power movement, okay? And what we've got to decide... and this is the other thing. Veterans are noticing this now. Veterans are noticing this. Veterans that are still being arrested and still being accused of war crimes that, you know, face death every day. They are saying, this is quite interesting, they're not really taking it seriously. They understand these people's grievances, but they said they look fucking idiots and they could do with a good drill sergeant. You know, if they were in even the Pioneer Corps drilling like that, they'd get it. So what do these people want? You know, some people take them seriously. Some people say it's scary until you meet some arsehole from the Green Party who tells you you're not. Well, are they mad? You must decide. You, the people that's watching this, or the public must decide. We must decide, is this what the majority of black people, people of colour in this country believe? Do they want that? If the majority of black people in this country think that these guys with the black paramilitary gloves and their anger and their dark glasses, if they think that that's good and that's what is needed, then we're fucked, aren't we? The country will end up in a civil war, because I don't believe that's what's needed on either side. And the last thing we want is a civil war. Going back to Beirut, I've been there. It's a fucking nightmare during 1983. It's taken this long to get those people back together. And this is, if we're not careful, this is what's going to start here. Well, unless, of course, you know, all those guys in the black gear start walking around and thousands of them all parading, well, the convicts will fucking get them and wipe them out anyway. So there'll be no problem. So just to be certain, before we move on, so it's okay to dress up as in a paramilitary uniform and parade around the streets and do drill. Well, in that case, then, I'm going to design a uniform for us Charlton Athletic fans. Yes, and there are more of us than you can imagine. 8 or 9, I think, at the last count. I'm going to design, lads, a uniform for us like that, so we can parade around. We are Charlton fans, and it's going to be made of rubber, because we are going to bounce back.
I don't care, do I?